We all get that feeling when we hear that song, when you watch that movie, when you read that book. It's undeniable that people come together over the love of the arts. And in a day where streaming songs is the norm, records are selling like it's the 1970s. I went to downtown Bridgeport looking for people who could tell me more. And at the archive, when I saw music, movies, and more above the door, that's all I needed to know. After hearing good things about the place, I went to interview the owners on selling records, but found out even more than I could have imagined.
Hi, my name is Brandon, and I am one of the owners of The Archive, which is a record and movie store here in Bridgeport, Connecticut. On top of that, I also am one of the lead restoration artists and scanning technicians for a film company called Vinegar Syndrome, which is also based in the same building here. We started about a year and a half ago with, it's myself, Ryan, Ralph, and James. We all, put all this together.
So the point of this store in the building is we're a physical media distribution company with a film lab. We take 1970s, 60s, 70s, and 80s films, and we're next to the fire department and the police station, so be prepared. We take exploitation, grindhouse horror, and American pornography films, and we restore them from the original film negative to Blu-ray. We try to create the last possible physical kind of manifestation of what that film should be. So it's saving the film from the horrible thing that's called Vinegar Syndrome. Vinegar Syndrome is when film is not kept in the proper environment, and usually that's humidity or temperature. And if you don't keep the film in the right climate-controlled area, the film will mold to itself and actually become vinegar. So we take films that are lower budget, B movies, stuff that people treated like crap for a long time, and we try to give it the proper physical release.
So we're in the midst of construction right now, and we're going to be getting ready to add probably another few thousand records downstairs. I myself discovered vinyl in my high school years too, because I was really big into the hardcore punk scene, and that was all about, a lot of times it was all about the 7 inches, collecting the smaller 7-inch records, I guess the 45s you call them. They call it a comeback too. It never really disappeared. It did kind of almost, not die out, but it, in the 90s, that was kind of the low point, I guess you call it. Mm-hmm. But then it did gain a resurgence as well. And what's great about, for us at least too, with it being a film company and being all about movies, all these new soundtracks that have never been released on vinyl at all are coming out too. So you have the classic, everything from the classic, Dario Argento, Goblin, bands to something, one of my personal favorites just came out, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Score, which had never been released. And so you have a nice mix of things coming out. There's not really anything like this around. We're trying to take two things at once. We're trying to take a record store and a video store and keep them together. So it's been kind of a great journey with both companies doing this.
Basically, the way I want my business to run, it's like it's a community. I want someone to come into my store and find something really different or strange, and I want a friendly person in my store to introduce you to that, because we're just caretakers and guardians of these films, and I don't want you to come in here and feel like you don't belong. I want someone to come in here and feel like part of a community and take it home and do something weird. And that's why we don't like to have kind of a hipster culture here. We want a welcoming culture, like something where people come in and feel like they're part of something.
The archive is as real as it gets, celebrating the past while welcoming the future, all just behind one door. To everyone who helped make this possible, thank you. And to everyone else, welcome to the archive.